To my YouTube channel. My name is Juice and More, and this is my second live.
Juice, I see you, Juice. Keep me rolling, Juice.
Today's video is going to be something really fun. Make sure you get a notepad and a pen and write some stuff down, because if you know anything about me, I'm also going to add some little hints and ideas of what businesses you can potentially open, because I'm going to talk about a brand new simulation HUD called Fantasy Life RP. It's really cool, really engaging. If you're used to using simulation HUDs already, then this is perfect for you. I've just got into it, so as you're seeing me and I'm talking, I'm still learning myself, but I did want to record the process and take you guys along the journey with me, so any mistakes I make, you can learn from them with me, so when you set up yourself, you won't be too confused. So the first thing you're going to need to do is buy the actual HUD, which is one linden. Right next to it is the survival starter pack. In my opinion, it gives the Sims 2 Castaway stories. So if you want to have a Castaway stories vibe, then you can get the survival pack. And then right next to that, you get some starter pack freebies and goodies that you can use. We'll go into that later on in the video and in more videos to come. There are also add-ons with the HUD, which I find is really cool. There's a pregnancy HUD add-on. You can pause it and read where you would like. Right next to that is the house cleaning system, which I'm going to go over in the video today, because I feel like you can use that one without the HUD. It's something really engaging. There's the health HUD, which adds more realism. In the supermarket, I did see that there are some vitamins and things like that, and a medical HUD too. I did see on their Discord, I'll leave all of that in the description, some people actually had a medical book and they were reading and studying, which is really interesting. I'm going to get the cleaning system because I'm interested in that. I love things that I have to actually actively do on a regular basis. So because this is a simulation HUD, with most simulation HUDs, you do have the basics where you have to eat, drink, take showers, use the bathroom. So this is still the early release, so there are some things they have released out for us to consume. They do have animals as well, because there is a farming element of that. This is very interesting, packed and full of things. I did get my treats, my bits and my bobs, because I am definitely going to be starting my journey. What I found really cool is that they have the materials here, and like I mentioned, it's like a Sims 2 Castaway story vibes. I don't think I'm going to get that in depth into that side of stuff, but I do feel like this would be really cool for a roleplay sim resort, or just somebody throwing a class to host something like this and do a crafting class or something fun, even have a crafting workshop teaching people how to do this. Very interesting. There's many possibilities, and it's just the early stages of this, so I'm very interested to see how it develops. Now I'm back home and it's time to actually unpack all my goodies. A lot of the stuff in here is no copy, so make sure that when you do res down, you have the permissions to res so you don't lose your stuff. I'm just resing out everything, so once I'm ready to start setting up, I don't have to do this process. Now I've got everything out and unpacked, it's time to actually get the HUD and the system all flowing in together. So the first thing you have to add to yourself is the Fantasy Life system, and that is the hovering text above your head, which gives you all of your needs. And then you can add the HUD, which is an on-screen attachment with all of your hovering text and needs on display. So to set up, you have to click on the Fantasy Life button and click character and go through all the stages. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. You can also choose your role. They have a few things available, so I've chosen citizen, and they have actions where you can do a quick wash and relieve yourself just in case you're out somewhere and there isn't a bathroom or a sink for you to do all of that stuff. You can also change the text color, so I want to change mine to pink, and it requires the hex code. So a little trick you can do is res out a prim and change the color of it. Go into the color picker panel, click hex, and that number there is the hex code, and you can just paste that in and it will change it to the color you chose. So now I'm all set and ready and prepared. So you can either have the HUD on screen and see your needs that way, or you can have it over your head wearing the system. Either way, it will still record what you're doing, but so that means you don't have to have both of them at the same time. So because I have it over my head, I'm going to detach the actual HUD for myself and begin to get ready. So I'm just prepping everything around my house and adding the scripts that came in the starter pack. I'm adding the hygiene scripts to the showers and the continence scripts to the toilets, hygiene scripts to the sink, you know, the regular type of stuff, whatever you're going to actually need to, wherever it's realistic, you add the scripts to. So now I'm adding some energy scripts to the chairs, and it's just as simple as right clicking the object you want to add the script to, going into the contents and dragging and dropping the script right in there, and it's compatible. There's also another script in here called the shared storage, which you can use a prim or like modifiable objects, and you can add things in there. So I've just used my seeds as an example because I am going to actually use this for my seeds, and I've just put the script in a prim and put the seeds in there, and it becomes like an inventory kind of thing where you can store things and take them out. That is really helpful, especially for someone like me whose inventory is a mess. So now I'm going to get prepared with the cleaning system, which is really cool. I'm excited to see how this goes. I was really excited to see how this would go, and like I was saying, I feel like this is something that can be used even without the system, just to enhance your RP. So it comes with a variety of different patches that you can res around, some for the floor, some for the window, the tables. Really cool. So the first one I'm starting out with is the mop, and you simply res it out where you want to, and you can stretch it to make it bigger. Whatever the case is, it doesn't impact or change anything if you stretch it. Then you right click and sit on it, and this fun animation and prop appears, and the percentage on the floor, it just begins to change until it gets up to 100%, and then you are all ready to go. This is really nice, and something fun for your family to get involved in, just for you to have a routine and something fun to do and make your RP fun, because that's one thing everybody's always complaining about, how there's nothing to do and RP is boring. Okay, get a cleaning system and start cleaning your house every day. Let's start in steps, you know. So I'm putting this down. So this patch is for the vacuum, and I'm also adding one to my window. I was gonna go like cleaning patch crazy, just putting it everywhere, but it's like, okay, calm down, girl. Let's take it slow. So here's a couple of the animations. The cleaning of the table one was really nice. I like that one. This is the brushing animation. This is the vacuum animation. When you click on the patch, you can also adjust yourself and get yourself leveled where you need to be, so you don't have to play around with your hovering height. This is the dusting animation, and there's so many more, so I will leave that to you when you get your system to experiment and see what is on offer. So after all of that cleaning, I was a bit thirsty, so I did purchase a few bottles of water from the supermarket, and I'm going to consume them now because my thirst is on 83%. You just simply add the bottle to yourself, and you can res it out as well. Click it and then click drink, and you can either drink a single dose or you can drink all of it, depending on how much is actually how much the contents can take. I noticed when I clicked it, there was an option to fill up the water, and I also read on the side that you can use Linden water, and I do live by Linden water, so I wanted to test this out. and I believe you have to be quite close to the water, because I did try it right on the side of my dock and it didn't work. So I wanted to go close to my boat and see, because that is actually on the water. I ended up falling inside, so I just used that as an opportunity to fill up my bottle, and it did. And it says dirty water, so I'm not going to consume it. I am going to keep this because I do want to see if I can use this water to water my crops when I begin to farm. I did also get some Doritos, and I'm going to eat them just to fill up my needs, because I don't know how to cook just yet. That's something I'm going to do, because I do want to use my own crops and things like that. I can buy it, and you can buy the stuff from the supermarket if you want to, but I personally want to just grow my stuff and see how that works. So it's the next day, and that's exactly what we are going to do. We are going to start putting our crops down. So simply just res out your cropped field. So I resed out my potato field, my carrot field. I'm going to res out all of them where I want them to be. And then I've also got some seeds, but before that, doing anything with the seeds, you need to click on the crop and click prepare, and then you right click on it and sit on it, and this nice animation plays and it begins to prepare the crop. You can also adjust your height on there and make it look more aesthetically pleasing. So then after doing that, you click on plant, but you have to make sure that your seeds are close by to the field. So I'm going to put my potato seeds closer to the field, and I'm going to try it again by clicking on the field, clicking plant, clicking confirm, and it takes up the seed. Then I right click it and sit on it, and it does the 13 or 12 second countdown. I was trying to beat the countdown to adjust, but you can always just sit on the crop by itself and adjust and save all, so you don't have to keep doing it all the time. So after you plant it, the final thing you can do is fertilize. But before then, I did want to test out my theory with my water bottle. I resed out some fertilizer because that does cut the progress time in half. Originally, just planting the crops is 24 hours timer, but with the fertilizer it cuts it in half to 12 hours, which is really cool and helpful for people who probably have an idea to open a supermarket or a restaurant and they want to put out their crops really fast or have a large inventory for their supermarket. That would be a really cool thing for people to do, to invest in a fertilizer. So I did try the water and it did fill and it did water the crop. So I clicked it, I clicked water, and no, I clicked on the bottle, I clicked transfer, I chose the potato crop and I transferred all of the contents of the water to the crop, and it did work. But I'm not going to do that every single time, so I did get a water source from the store which has a 1000 unit quantity of water, and I also got a watering can from the store. So I'm going to res out my watering can and I'm going to click on the water source and I'm going to click open. This particular watering can has a quantity, it can take up to 30 units of water. So I'm going to choose 20, then I'm going to choose 10 because each of the fields need 10 units of water. So now I'm going to just transport all of my seeds that I'm going to need to use over to the fields and just arrange them where they need to be. It's so easy and straightforward and very beginner friendly. Very like easy to set up. I was so surprised by how quick everything was and how seamless it is, just as long as you do it the correct ways and how you're supposed to, as far as like putting the carrot seeds, for example, right next to the carrot field and the tomato seeds right next to the tomatoes, you should not have an issue with it. So before I do anything with the field, you click on it, you click prepare, and then you just wait for the timer to go down. When it does that, you click it again and click plant. Make sure the seed is close by. Sit on it to, you know, plant the seed in there. And then this is optional to use the fertilizer. You can res out your fertilizer, click on the field patch again and click fertilize, and you are all ready. So that is what it is like to farm. And the next video, I'm gonna actually harvest. I'm gonna show my harvested crops. I'm gonna attempt to cook something on the menu. I'm not too sure what just yet. And I'm also going to try and fish because currently there is a tournament taking place. So make sure that you head over to the store and purchase your goodies and get involved in this cool RP. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and I hope this one was helpful for you starting up. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one.